Good morning, welcome to a morning review on Thursday the 26th of February. This is Kim Watson speaking for Easy Trader. No real surprises to see the euro still within this tight range here. Yesterday's daily range was even tighter than normal. We're gradually seeing the average true range sliding down even further. It's still at 100 pips, so this is still a decent range, but certainly off of the 140, 150 sort of level we were seeing previously. Around about 90 pips is really the norm here. I mean, it did pick up last September, October time, and it's been running pretty well from there, but anywhere around 90 to 100 pips is sort of an expected sort of level. So looking what we got here, it's pretty difficult to try and gauge direction when it's running in this side of the pattern from a daily point of view. Looking at the analyses, really I've just drawn a couple of trend lines on here. Maybe would look at the longs only if it breaks this upper trend line, but it would need some sort of proof of it, some momentum or something. I find it easier to sell the euro, so any break of this lower trend line may give us better targets, maybe towards back down towards that 50 MA, and then possibly the S1 or S2 as it runs back into Tuesday's lows. If it does get a rally here, as I say, really need momentum with it, but would be looking at yesterday's highs into that R1, and maybe into last week's highs into towards the R2 there. But key thing today is at 10:15 we've got the targeted LTRO data coming out, and this is looking at how much the central banks actually lend into the banks and the condition they're lending into the economy. And last September we saw only 82 billion I think it was, and then in December we managed to get up to just short of 130 billion. Now they're really looking for sort of bigger figures towards the 200 billion to be put into the economy. If we see figures like that, we could see the euro rally a little on the fact that there may be money in it, may be working its way through. If it falls short significantly of that sort of figure, I would expect we will see the euro sell off again. I was just looking for the actual figures of the expected numbers. I thought it was around about 200 billion each time was the sort of targeted number. It seems to have disappeared off the radar in terms of some of the calendars out there, but certainly had it for 10:15 today. Okay, so afternoon wise for the euro, certainly US inflation numbers at 130. If these remain low, it takes the pressure off the dollar being the interest rates being raised in for the dollar, and any shrinking of these figures again, it may push the euro up. So a couple of figures to certainly watch for today for the euro. Okay, moving on towards cable then, and cable again making some good movement yesterday, pushing up again this morning, heading towards that 100 MA I was talking about yesterday. Could still get up there at some point. Looking quite tight. It does have a downside target of 155.04, so intraday target may be hit at some point. May have already sort of broken sort of trend levels here by just walking through them this morning. Very steep again as it was yesterday, and it didn't sell off or pass that level until sort of midday, but it's already sort of walked its way through that sideward. Maybe looking at shorter term sort of levels to see if it breaks, but at the moment looking bullish towards the R1 area. We would get some hourly divergence at those sort of levels possibly. So as I say, there is a reasonable chance we get down to that 155 area at some point. Looking then at dollar yen, still very, very choppy here, no real direction, and to me it's not on my trading radar at the moment. There is the possibilities, of course, at any point it could break in upwards or downwards, but either way, maybe looking at sort of the bigger trends lines on here for some guidance, but it could easily just walk out of these effectively. There's no real, there's a sort of more of a channel than a trend line on the top there, so any strength of the yen. May see a break of this lower trend line. Otherwise, very difficult. Looking at the Aussie dollar, was looking yesterday, had a good move up towards the monthly, back towards that monthly pivot area. Today it's sold off at pretty much at the moment. It's not had the best of time. There's the capex figure came in that was pretty weak, which is suggesting that there may be further interest rate cuts, and we've seen the consequences of that on the currency. They're looking weak at the moment. Whether it'll manage another push up today, tomorrow, we'll see, but at the moment it looks weak. A break of this hourly 50 could see us running back down towards the 200, a weekly pivot, that sort of level for targets. So really very simple. Watching the 50 moving average as the probably the sign there for the short side. Okay, that's it for me. Hope you have a great day. Bye for now.